Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what will be a blood money tutorial, or rather I will create a makeup look using my dupes for the Blood Money palette by Jeffree Star. When you see this, their video on this palette will have already gone up on my channel, so I'll link it here in the cards and in the description box below. But here I wanted to just film the look I will be creating with this palette. You guys know I love green, so it was a no-brainer for me to put a palette together to do that. Before we start, of course I'm wearing green. This is one of my favorite new maternity sweaters. I bought very few clothes in maternity, but I love this one and it's green, it's very me. And I am wearing my new Ana Luisa jewelry that they sent. And to remind you a little bit, I have already collaborated with them in a previous video. I am under no obligation to love these products, but I wanted to talk to you about them. Especially because in these times I have been loving these Huggies. These are the Huggie hoop earrings in Suzanne, and they're little teeny tiny earrings with little gems, and they are so good. I've been washing my hair, sleeping in them. I don't take them off because in lockdown I don't really leave the house a lot and I don't put in new earrings a lot, so I like to have always something on, and these are perfect. They click on and off very easily, so they're not like my piercings that take forever to put on and off. They're very easily to click and I've been loving them. They are in gold-plated silver, and that is one thing that I wanted to put to the test with this jewelry, because as much as I think they're super beautiful, one thing that I can't stand is tarnish on my plated pieces. So these are, by now I've had them on for 2 weeks straight, washing my hair, sleeping, and I haven't seen any sign of tarnish. If you use or if you have lower quality pieces, you'll see that. And they are very affordable. So their pieces start at around $39. They do ship from Europe and the US, where also they have manufacturing in France, I think, and in the US. And they are on the road to full sustainability with either reusing metals or sourcing them from ethically sourced let's say mines or things like that. The other piece I got is this necklace duo, which is called Silvia, and it has again a little hammered disc. These are my favorites. I love hammered discs, and a horn. This little horn has been on my jewelry wish list for a very long time. I think it's super cute, and it hits me at a nice level, so I can have both of them on. And I will link down below the link for these pieces. I have an affiliate code for 10% off your order, which is also going to be in the description box. And yeah, I've been liking everything that they've sent me so far. I would have ordered myself, and I felt very lucky that they did actually reach out to me. Now, without further ado, let's get into this makeup. The only thing I did so far is put on my skincare and SPF, and I did my brows with the original soap brow, which I just purchased. I'm trying to figure out if I like it or not. For filling in my brows, I'll be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in the shade Chocolate. Yes, I stopped using Nars from Nabla, and now I've started using another one, and since it's quite old and dry, I use a smallest drop of Duraline by Inglot and mix it in. Like this, I can have a lot of precision in drawing little hairs where I need them, and I like to use soap brows first because it really shows where I need a little bit more filling, and it helps compared to just having all my brow hairs down. It's the equivalent of using a brow, like a translucent brow gel before you fill in your brows. And it's now been the technique that I've been using. I was using it especially like on holiday with the brow marker by Lime Crime, but nowadays I want to use this pomade a little bit more because I've had it for ages. I want to say 2016. And it has dried up a little, but it's still very usable, as you can see. Now that the brows are done, I'm priming with my Milani eyeshadow primer. This is daily work, just on my ring finger, priming my eyes. And I will be doing one eye off camera and then coming back for the other one, so that I know what I'm doing and you can see a quicker makeup tutorial. I'm starting by sketching out the transition of my eye with the shade Recluse by Lethal Cosmetics. The dupe palette that I created is definitely Lethal Cosmetics heavy, which, I mean, they have such interesting and unique shades. I wasn't really surprised that I would use so many of their shades in this one, and I love their greens, so they have a lot of them, and I'll use a few in this look as well. I think they're definitely something, a place to put your money that is better than Jeffree Star. Next, I will sketch out my outer V with the pencil by Neve Cosmetics in the shade Dagger. And this is something that makeup artists that I follow online do a lot for intensifying the color. And I have only lately started doing it because I am always very afraid that I won't be able to blend out a pencil. So I am very, I don't know, on a daily basis I probably wouldn't do this, but to go out, it's definitely a technique that I think is worth it. You get really beautiful intensity. And as you can see, these Neve Cosmetics Pastello, they're called, these eyeliners are super blendable and easy to use, so I definitely recommend them. Then I'm going over that with the shade Eden by Lethal Cosmetics, which is like a dark, mid to dark toned green, very similar to Dagger, but then in powder. So I also set my pencil part, but I can also blend out further, and this will give the depth to this look. And I don't know, I don't use these forest green shades a lot, and I thought it would be a good occasion with this look to do so. It's still quite a comfort zone look for me. I mean, it's still quite olivey tones, and I might create a more cool toned green shade look for my Instagram at some point. But yeah, if I look at the palette by Jeffree Star and mine, and I think of what would I do, is something even more olivey than this or this. We can leave the matte work for now. I'm taking a touch of glitter glue by NYX, and with the Nabla cut crease maker I am applying it on the inner part of my lid, because I am now cheating, and I wanted to play with a multi-chrome shade, because I am also very attracted by one of the multi-chromes in Natasha Denona's Triochrome palette and all the liquid ones. But I found that I have a beautiful multi-chrome by Tammy Tanuka, which is called Incarnation. They call their pigments chromatic pigments, these ones, and I wanted to play with it today. So this is so beautiful. It turns out to be much more like gold on the eye than it is in the tub. I don't know if you can see the green shift in the tub. And that's always with these multi-chromes. They look so gorgeous, but you really need to capture them at the right angle, in the right light. It's more complicated than, I don't know, than just applying them and having them flip colors very easily. Then with a wet brush, I am taking another Tammy Tanuka pigment, but this one I pressed. This is Soul Gatherer, and it's a glittery green duochrome. It has a bit of a darker base, but it comes out very nice and shiny on the eye when you apply it. And I thought it would be a good transition between the more neutral outer V work and the very warm inner corner or inner lid. Maybe went a bit too far with that. And now I'm going back in with Eden on the outer corner to just intensify. I should have taken a smaller brush. And blending that out, because indeed I should have taken a smaller brush. I applied a lot of product there. But hey, we're doing it live, and this is what it is. For the lower lash line, I'm taking Dagger again in my waterline. And I never go all the way to the inside because of the shape of my eyes, but if you want to, you can. And then with the shade Habitat by Lethal Cosmetics, I am just blending that out. For some shine in the inner corner, I'm taking Neve Cosmetics Matcha. I repanned this because Neve Cosmetics comes in like really big eyeshadow pans, this size. And I don't like it because they're just always in the way. So I prefer to have them so small and be able to put them in my palettes together with the rest of my collection. And this is my favorite eyeshadow from them. I applied my House of Lashes Wispy Mini Lash, and I will unite it with my regular lashes with a little bit of mascara. This just gives them a little bit of color and putting it together. And now the eyes are done. I can move on to the face. I am going to use my usual combo of the Bamboo Matte by Erorian. Oh, this is the wrong hand, by the way, because I have swatches on the other. And the Nabla Close Up foundation, or not. Yes, there's still a little bit. It's good that it's finishing though. It's definitely very good. Mixing them on the back of my hand and then switching hands because I'm left-handed and applying it all over. By the way, if you see white streaks on my hair, is because the paint that I was painting with the whole week didn't come off when I washed my hair. And I think I have to pick it off one by one, which is really annoying and not really handy, but that will take a while, I think. I'm not particularly bothered by it, but if you see it, that's what it is. We painted all the trim and the doors. Can you see my door? It's freshly painted. And we added some nice profiles to make them a little bit more interesting and less super modern, let's say, because the people who owned the house before us were, I don't know, much more into very, very modern things, whereas I like to have some touches of modern with older things as well in the house. So that is why we did that. But that's also why I have paint all over myself. For concealer, I'm using Cannelle in the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This was in my favorites this month because, I don't know, I just really like the formula of this. And another new entry for me is the Zoeva 146 Concealer Perfector. And it's perfect for when you have already done your eye makeup because it's very precise and it's quite a stiff brush, which means that you can really get into all the corners without risking feathering or ruining your eye makeup with your concealer. That is in contrast with brushes like these. This is the ColourPop little one, and this is the Real Technique setting brush, which are really great for like feathering down here, for example. But if I put it close to my eye, I'll get the concealer all over my eyeshadow look. So that is kind of a little bit pointless, and you can be much more precise with the Zoeva one. I've been really loving it. This is all like spoilers to my haul, but I have these things and I want to use them, so that's also why. And for the rest of my face, for example, I can use this guy right here from ColourPop, which is a very nice blender. It gives a very airbrushed finish to the concealer. For powder, I'll be using my Neve Cosmetics Matte Perfection. What, Drama Matte? It crashed and broke in 1,000 pieces all over my phone. But hey, I've been trying to finish it, so that will help. It's the Drama Matte Powder. And I really just keep it on the center of my face and to set my concealer. For bronzer, I'm using Nabla Dune with their pointy cheek shaper. And as I was talking about in my monthly roundup, I'm liking this one more. I don't know, maybe the shade fits better now than it did when I bought it, but I'm using it and liking it, and the finish is very natural. You don't really see it on the skin. I don't know, I'm liking it. It gives me dimension and warmth and paint without being too much. I hope you can see. Also from Nabla, I'm taking Truth. This is the best skin glazing they've made, or the best blush one at least. It's so beautiful. And most of the time when I use Truth, I don't even need a highlighter, which is always handy when you don't have time or you want to keep it simple. But of course, because it's a blood money tutorial, we are going to find a highlighter and possibly a green toned one as well. For highlighter, I'll be going through my iridescent palette, and I am picking Divina Cosmetic Cosma. This is a beautiful duochrome highlighter. It goes green to gold. It's very green. But hey, it's blood money, right? Here we go. Definitely a little bit of extra green, but I really like it because you can't really see it when I'm straight on. You don't really see a green stripe. On my lips, I'm gonna be taking Hazel by Black Moon Cosmetics, which is my greenest lipstick. And if you want to see other green options, I again will refer you to the other video. But here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. I am loving this right now. This is so cool, so green, so in your face. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Ana Luisa jewelry that I mentioned down in the description box, and to use my code if you are gonna make a purchase. They have some really good Black Friday sales that I will note down in the description box as well. I think that's actually quite worth it because the prices are already so low. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next one. Bye.